and welcome to That Makes Total Sense, the podcast where we talk about faith, finance, and everyday life in a way that makes total sense. I'm your host, Alexis Busetti, personal finance coach, writer, and Bible teacher. Have you ever been going along in life, doing something the way you've always done it, and then someone comes along beside you and does it completely differently? At first, it probably seemed odd, but the more you paid attention, the more you thought, that makes total sense. Maybe it's those conversations we've all had. They range from deep faith issues to parenting to finances to work, and we've always thought about things in a certain way. Then our ears perk up when we hear someone else's perspective. It's definitely different, but the more we listen, the more we see how that makes total sense. It's not about changing our convictions as much as it's about messing with our methods. And you and I are going to have a lot of those moments together here on this podcast. We'll hear the personal stories of friends I'll be interviewing who are doing things in new and innovative ways. We'll ask and answer questions from clients and audience members specifically about money and how we relate to it. And we'll explore some faith teaching together. In all of these, in each episode, we'll pause and say to each other, that makes total sense. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for listening to the inaugural episode of That Makes Total Sense. I'm Alexis Busetti, and I am so excited to be hosting this podcast. Honestly, this is not anything I thought I would ever do, but I'm having a blast so far, and I'm so glad you're here with me. The whole point of this podcast is for us to explore together. I know you've been there, just like me, where you wanted to start something new or travel somewhere or take a new life adventure, and the first thing you did was Google it. Or maybe you talked to all your friends who had done it, and they each had a piece of advice, a thought on how you should proceed. Then all of a sudden, that one person speaks up, or you read that one hidden article and you think, I never would have done it that way, but that makes total sense. Well, that's what we're all about here. For me, the first place that happened in my life in a tangible way was with money. Now, I'm a personal finance coach, and I love numbers and budgets. But I also have a background in social work and understand that personal values and relationships are super important. I began hearing from clients with a high, I'll call it a financial or debt recidivism rate. People who knew what to do and even had a history of living financially how they wanted to before, but they fell back into their old bad habits. The more I listened to their stories, the more I realized there was a common thread. Their relationship with money was broken. They were good at making budgets, but afraid to make those budgets line up with what was truly important to them. Once we uncovered their values and motivations and started repairing their relationship with money, they were golden. In my faith walk, God is breaking it down for me really simply right now. You see, I'm a rules follower by nature, and praise God, the Bible has hundreds of rules. Yes, I believe in Jesus, but I kind of thought I could do most of this life stuff on my own ability to follow rules. If I could do that, I would just be happy, right? Wrong. He's showing me he loves me, and he's not mad at me, even when I break one of the rules, even if I break 50 of them. His love is what's important, not my effort. I even put a sign in my yard to remind me and everyone who sees it that he is love and he's not mad at us. Because I'm finally learning that if I'm struggling with something, I'm probably not the only one. I've got some friends and people I look up to who are on their own journeys, and I'm inviting them to talk with us as well. They're going to share their own That Makes Total Sense moments with us in their specific industries and ministries, and I cannot wait for you to hear those. They are going to blow your mind. So thanks again for joining me on this journey. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss an episode, and share the link with your friends. You can also visit us at thatmakestotalsense.com. Until next time, I'm Alexis Busetti. Let's remember to do well for ourselves so we can do good for others. See you later.